Hello everybody!
Hello!
And welcome back to the Cousins Who Disney YouTube channel. I am Misty.
I'm Tammy.
It just sounds really funny when you say it. So today, we're good. We are going to talk about our favorite attractions at the Walt Disney World park.
Alrighty.
I'm not going to say Disneyland because she's never been.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep it to the one park that we've both been to, which is Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World.
So I'm going to go in order from like my top 5 from 5 to 1.
Okay.
Okay. So I would say 5th is the safaris at Animal Kingdom.
So much fun. Oh my gosh.
When we were at Animal Kingdom, everyone kind of kept telling me that like Animal Kingdom was like their least favorite park and there wasn't that much to do. I loved it. I mean, we went before Pandora opened, so Pandora wasn't there. But there wasn't a ton of rides, but there was animals everywhere. I mean, I think I spent like 10 minutes watching monkeys.
The monkeys are so cute.
So cute. But the...
What is it with people that we'll just stand? I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens of people.
Of us are just standing there going...
Standing there like, oh,
monkeys! Look at monkeys!
Look at each other. Look at it.
But there was like this little trail that you could see all these, like, not the safari, but like there was just like, I can't remember what it was called, but it was in the Asia area. Yeah. But you could see tigers and like weird water buffalo and a bunch of other stuff. But then we got to the safari. We finally went onto the safari and it was amazing. I mean, we saw the giraffes, the lions were out sunbathing, the weird cows with horns.
And that one that, I don't even remember what it was, but it just came and walked like right up. I mean,
it was like the cow with horns, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what it's called.
You don't put your hands out the window and touch.
Yeah,
We're very clear on that. If we wanted to, it
almost looked like he was wanting us to pet him.
He wanted to be petted.
But the zebras too, they were just like right there.
It was so cool.
You know, and the giraffes were playing with the babies, and there was hippos, and there's little elephants, and I was just...
It was amazing, just pictures constantly.
Yeah, pictures. I mean,
constantly.
My camera battery had died, so I was just on my phone going click, 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 click. I wanted to go on it again.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Like, and now they do a nighttime one.
That would be fun.
Because all the nocturnal animals, like
the nighttime animals.
The lions, like a lot of those are nocturnal animals. And so now they have a nighttime one where you can just go.
Yeah, so next time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's like my number 5 favorite ride in all the parks is the safari.
Love it. We did that when we took just the kids, like 4 or 5, however many years ago that was. And that was one of my favorites then also, because it's I mean, how many places can you go where you can get that up close with animals?
Yeah. And Disney did a really good job of making it look like Africa. I've never been to Africa, so I'm just assuming. But, you know, from what I've seen in pictures...
told us that Africa looks
from what I've seen in pictures, it looked legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And it does not matter how old or young the other people on the car, everyone gets equally excited. And little kids' voices go to this high-pitched, squeaky area, and it's just adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Oh, mine would be the
safari.
Yeah,
okay, so number 5 for both of us. Yeah. The safari. My number 4 is probably going to be the Frozen ride at Epcot. Because I love Elsa.
And it's a super cute ride. I think
it's so cute. I mean, I didn't really go on Maelstrom, and I know a lot of people were upset that they took out Maelstrom, which was the Norway ride that was there before it. But considering I don't know what that ride was, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yep.
And it had a little bit of like, went backwards, and there's like a little bit of a thing.
Whoosh, and a little splishy splash.
And there was all like little baby marshmallow snowmen in there, which I didn't realize were from one of the shorts because I hadn't seen it. So I was really confused by that part. I was like, those weren't in the movie. And then when I watched the first animated short, I was like, oh, that's where they came from. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, same, yeah. We might just be ties.
We didn't plan this.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You go with your 3 first. You haven't said anything.
I've just been agreeing with everything.
I know.
So
I'm gonna make you think for yourself.
Okay, so I really liked the Snow White one, which I know you couldn't go.
Yeah, I couldn't go on that one.
And I know
John and Alexia went on that like 3 times in a row.
They stayed late for late.
Yeah, we were at one of the nights we were there. It was the Magic Kingdom hours, and so the park was open until like 1:30 in the morning, and I think they were there until
it closed. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I know it's one of my least favorite movies. If you watch another video, click the little links, you'll see that. But the ride is great. There's a lot of interactive stuff to do while you're waiting in the incredibly ridiculously long line. But there's lots of fun things to do, and a lot of it is interactive where you get other people who are around you to do stuff with you while you're doing it, so it's a lot of fun. And then the ride is just, it's a fun ride. It's I think it's really well done, aside from the whole seating thing is different. So if you're really tall or if you're plus size at all, you can't, it's difficult.
Yeah, apparently it's, instead of a regular lap bar, it's like U-shaped like or something, thing. So it just doesn't really work well for all people.
But it's I really like that ride.
All right, so then my number 3 is probably going to be the Tower of Terror.
I didn't go on that
she
one.
She didn't go on that one. John went on that one with me. Chloe stood in line for it and said, honestly, the most adorable thing ever. We had a fast pass for it, so we went to the thing, we were in the elevator, and we get up there, and little Chloe, and just, she looked at me, and she's like, where's the coward's way out? Or where's the coward's exit, or something like coward's exit. Because she just... No. I mean, honestly, I was shocked you wanted to go on it at all. That, like, shocked me, so I was fine with it, but then John and I went on it, and I don't think John realized it was a drop ride.
I think he knew, he just wasn't expecting.
Or, I don't know, had he been on a drop ride before?
I think the only ones he'd been on were those ones where it's like the hydraulic, where it just goes, woo, like, kind of like in Zombieland.
Oh, okay.
Like that kind.
So, if you've never been on Tower of Terror, well, the only place you can go on Tower of Terror anymore is Walt Disney World in Hollywood Studios. But, you know, it goes up and then it goes down and it goes up. It has a sequence that it goes through, and at some point it opens up the doors and you see the entire park. So there's a great photo of John and I on this ride with his death grip on my leg. Which is a great photo. It made the photo pass totally worth
it just for that.
Which, side note, if you go buy the photo pass, you don't think that you're going to want all the photos, and then you do.
And then you get that, and it's just great.
And then you get that one photo, and you're like, I am so glad I paid for this. Worth it. Because when you buy the photo pass, you can either do a by the day photo pass, which I think is $60, or you can pay like $110 for your entire stay, and you get every single photo. Like, every photo. Character meet and greets, like photos on rides, all of it done. But yeah, I do love Tower of Terror. I like drop rides, and I like that it's a little bit creepy, and I thought it was fun. I really do want to go to the Guardians of the Galaxy one in DCA though. Okay, number 2, you too.
Okay, it's hard. I mean, there's so many good ones.
So many
hard
rides.
to. Okay, so I know this is going to be controversial because so many people have strong feelings about this ride and the song, but I love that it's a Small World ride.
Hate that ride.
I know.
I have good reason to not like that ride though.
Yeah, I love that ride. I love like all the different like continents and countries and cultures being represented. I love that. I love that ride. I love that you go through it and you hear it in all the different languages. And
so the first time I ever rode that ride was at Disneyland, and the ride broke down, I think, in the middle of like Norway, and we were stuck for like 20 minutes, but the ride kept, like, the song kept going, and so for the entire day I had It's a Small World and like Dutch or whatever stuck in my head.
But I think that's the one, isn't that the one that also it linked with our wristbands, and so when you're leaving and it does all the goodbyes in different languages, it puts up names.
Yes, it does.
So that's you know, like the kids got all excited because their name is all of a sudden up over there, and they're like, oh, there's my name. And, yeah, it's cute.
So my number 2 ride is Peter Pan's Flight.
See, I forgot about that one. That one's awesome. I love that one.
So I had never been on that one because when I went to Disneyland the 2 times, I either didn't see it or the line was too long, and this is before the world of Fast Pass.
Just the kids, the line was...
I mean, we somehow ended up getting like a 9 p.m. Fast Pass for that, and like went on the ride like and got off just as the fireworks were starting. But we were like, we are getting on this ride, and it is the best, one of the best rides.
It's like, so fun.
Yeah, you crying out live.
It's so cool.
It's just great, and I was just like, I mean, and I like Peter Pan. It's not my top 5 favorites, but I like the movie, and I was just like, this is just awesome. And apparently, I've heard in, is it Shanghai, they have Peter Pan's Flight, and they've upgraded it, so it's like a little bit more special, and like I think the animatronics are like a little bit more top notch. But that's my number 2.
Well, and the thing I like about that ride, and that I like about how Disney does so many of its rides, is so many of their rides are truly family friendly and whether you're super little or whether you're, you know, grandma or grandpa coming with their grandkids, it's a ride that everyone can do.
Yeah, I feel like all the dark rides, those storytelling rides, like anybody can go on those rides. It's not going to freak out anybody unless you really do not like that character. So, so my number one is Haunted Mansion.
Honestly, I think mine is too. And I didn't expect it to be. As we've discussed, John very much likes Haunted Mansion. You know,
this is
the picture.
This is John's
I don't know
picture.
If that's made it into any of the. Here, I'll grab your mug.
Yeah, you grab my mug. So you know, regular John, regular John, creepy John.
Creepy John.
He disappeared for 20 minutes. We could not find him, and he was making this.
Could not find him. He was getting this picture done. And then he moved it in here and sat it on the shelf without telling us, and poor Alexia was sitting here doing her schoolwork and looked up and was at the angle where it was creepy John and kind of gave a little scream, which is pretty much everyone's reaction when they come in and see it at the right angle.
Yes.
It's unexpected.
But for me, it was one of the first rides I actually went on at Disney. When I went to Disneyland for the first time, I was just wandering around by myself because I somehow got lost from my group. I knew where the van was parked, it was fine. And it honestly, it had the shortest wait time, and I was like, okay, sure. And I loved it. I went on that ride so many times the first time I went to Disneyland. And when we went last year, we were really bummed because it was closed for maintenance, and we found out it was opening up the last day that we were there. And I don't think we've ever booked it that hard to a ride. Yeah. We were just like, we got into the park and went straight for Haunted Mansion. But yeah, that's my favorite.
It's fun, and it's really, it's again one of those that anyone
can really ride it. It's not overly scary.
It's not overly scary. There are a few parts that are.
There are a few parts that are like, but I mean.
But it's a fun ride.
It's one of the rides that has a really good queue. You know, you get to walk through the graveyard, and there's like some interactive stuff to do.
Like there's a puzzle somewhere to figure out, and
then the stretching room portraits, the parlor portraits. It's all just a really fun ride.
It's fun. It's just, it's well done.
I do feel like I do need to make it out to Disneyland though, because they do the Haunted Mansion holiday out there, where whenever they set up for Halloween decorations through the end of the year, they turn it into the Nightmare Before Christmas,
which John would love that too.
Yes. Yeah. So that's my number one.
Alexia, because I love that movie too.
I mean, it's a great movie. Yeah. But yeah, that's my number one.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with you on that one too, which honestly I didn't, when we went, I didn't expect to like that ride as much as I did. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't think I would like it, but it really is fun. Just the whole way they set it up, the whole kind of tour theme when you first go in, like you're getting a tour of you know, telling you the backstory and everything.
The hitchhiking, that's Hatbox Ghost. But the hitchhiking ghosts are just so cute.
They're so cute. We have magnets of them.
Yes, the magnets of the hitchhiking ghosts on the fridge.
They hitched home with us.
They did. You know, and there's 999 ghosts, and there's room for one more.
Always.
Always. So those are our favorite attractions of Walt Disney World. What are some of your favorite attractions? You can leave those in the comments down below. You can follow us on the social medias, which is at Cousins Who Disney on Instagram and Facebook, Cousins Who Disney XO on the Twitters. And make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel before you go, and have a good day, everybody.
See ya.